Hi, my name is Amy Truder and I work for the Madison Schools. It is my pleasure to discuss how to work side by side with your student this school year. There's a philosophy: if you intervene early, students will be able to have a more efficient pathway to literacy learning. And Madison agrees with this philosophy. And it's with our hope that Schools of Hope Tutoring will help ensure that our students will have the extra support they need so they can access complex text. You have 3 goals. 1 is that you make sure that reading is fun. 2, that the reader starts to identify themselves as a reader and a writer. And 3, to develop stamina so that they could have more on-task time during independent reading time. Building relationships is the foundation to a successful partnership. With this bond, students will become more engaged and open to take risks with you. So how do we build relationships? It's important that the first day it's centered around getting to know each other. Here are a few tips to help get you started. The most common question is, how do I introduce myself to my friend? It's up to you, but it would be highly recommended that you use Mr., Miss, or Mrs. So for example, it could be Miss Amy, or Mrs. Truder, or Miss T. Second is you'd ask them to introduce themselves. Pay clear attention to how they say their name, and then repeat it and ask them if you are saying it correctly. Sometimes students have nicknames. Just make sure that you ask them what name that they would like to be referred to. Breaking the ice. It's often that children will be able to be more comfortable after they have had an opportunity to listen to you talk about your family and your interests. So some advice is to bring pictures of your family, pets, interests, favorite books that you read when you were a child. This will engage an open dialogue for you to start asking some open-ended questions that will get them to start talking about their interests, their family, and things that they like to read. Other activities you can do that day is a Venn diagram. So once you've started to get an idea of what both of you like and dislike, you can show that through using a Venn diagram, drawing 2 circles, and again kind of reviewing the things that you like on one side and then the child's of what they like on the other, and all the things that you have in common. Another idea is using bingo. So after you have learned of all the different things that similar topics, you can place that on a bingo card, and then again taking turns of asking that question, favorite color, and then they would respond with green. It could be a favorite pet. And again, it's another opportunity for you to get to know your student so that you have a successful, trusting relationship. For more activities and insights around establishing relationships, you can refer to your tutoring handout on pages 5 through 7. Reestablishing relationships weekly is critical. From week to week, you've each had different events or exciting adventures that you would like to share. So it's important that before you jump into your tutoring framework that you reestablish that relationship. It could be by asking them to sketch a picture or an event that was special to them from last week. It might be something they're looking forward to for the next upcoming week. You could inquire about family members, pets, interests. It's the nonverbals that will give you an understanding of what the child likes or dislikes. So take note when the child lights up, or validate what the child says or does. Give the child choices. So even though there might be a framework of how the suggested 30 minutes go, have the opportunity to give the child the choice of what they'd like to do first, second, and third.